Okay, so I am waking up in Hilton Beach Marina, Ontario, Canada. I am in the North Channel, and yeah, I'm gonna be spending a couple days here. So yesterday was an interesting day. I ran aground. That was something I don't want to do again. And then had a really good sail, and then tore my mainsail at the end of the day. So I have some repair work to do. I met a gentleman last night who has lent me his Sailrite and some appropriate thread, UV thread. I have sail tape. I'm going to take the mainsail off and do some repair work. By the way, he also gave me a can of fish. I don't know why, but anyway, he gave me a can of fish. So yeah, so there's that. Also checked into Canadian Customs yesterday, declared the boat and the outboard. Now they're going to come here today at some point, so I need to tidy up a little bit as well. So I'll start doing that, tidy up, make it not such a disaster area, and then yeah, maybe I'll have coffee first. Coffee first. Tidy. Sail. Update on the customs process. Yeah, it's taken care of. They didn't come out. They gave me a call. They gave me a reporting number. And so, actually, let me backtrack. So yesterday when I arrived into Canada, into the marina, which is the first marina available, I called the customs number. A bit of a lengthy phone call, but called in, declared what I had, the boat, the motor, and yeah, gave my credit card number to pay for the duty. At that time, they checked with the superintendent and said that someone would come out to the dock to see the boat, but I just had a call, and yeah, it's not a problem. They're not going to come out. They gave me a reporting number so that if I am stopped or questioned by Canadian Customs, I can give that, because of course the boat right now has Michigan registration numbers on it. I will be taking those off. I will be registering the boat in Canada, and at that time I will have new numbers to put on. But in that time where I have Michigan numbers, Michigan boat, if I'm asked, I have a reporting number and I can give it to them, and yeah, easy peasy. So of course, the problem is one of the reefing points that I put in. I didn't know how to do this. I'm not blaming anyone else, it's my job. It was suggested I put in some grommets, and that's what I did. But of course, it's just too much pressure and it blew out. So I'm gonna remove the line and then put some tape across on both sides, and then I will stitch over that tape on both sides. So the tools for today will be some sail repair tape, my backhoe knife, since I don't have a pair of scissors, and then a Sailrite stitch. Not sure if I will use this again, you know, what's stopping it from tearing again. But I don't have a way to clean up around outside of that. You know, only using the knife would probably just make a mess. So I think what I'll do is run the tape as close as I can, probably even tape over it, do the stitching, and then I might stitch through and around the grommet as well, and hopefully that will make it secure. I'm just trying to think of the pressure, and I think that I will probably go up quite high with the tape. and out, probably quite far. So I've now flipped it over and I've put tape on the other side. This wrinkle is actually the threads, just to loose everything. I'm trying to rub them out the best I can so that I get good adhesion. Consider putting another layer of tape to make it really thick, but I think it's probably not necessary. So anyway, so you can see I've got the tape pretty much centered, and I have the tape on top, exactly on top. I was careful to match them, so it's exactly on top as it's the tape on the other side. So now I'm considering, should I stitch it or should I leave it like this? If I stitch it, I need to stay within the tape all the way and probably down, or even across and across. Yeah, stitch across, across, down and down. Just the same way that they have here, not going to the outside, right? So I don't want to go to the outside, I want to stitch where it's doubled up. I'm considering adding another layer of tape so that it's extra thick as well, but don't know if it's necessary. Okay, well, I thought I had everything, but there's only one needle and it's too thin. It bent as soon as I applied pressure. This is my first time using this, like so many things are my first time lately. I did some Googling and there's conflicting information out there. Some people say don't stitch. Some people say only use the tape. So I'm going to do more research, but because some information says only use the tape, I am going to need to just be confident right now with the tape, and I will put the sail back on the boat and yeah, and use it the way it is. I think the tape will hold temporarily anyway, and then I'll need to find my own sewing awl. Yeah, one with a bigger needle, and do the repair later. Or take the sail off and bring it to someone to do a repair for me. You know, so the thing is with the sail also, I'm going to say that like it tore. I think my setup was not right. I put too much pressure on the grommet. But it's also an old sail, and the UV destroys sails, and so you need to replace them. The sail is at its end of its life. I hope that I can get through the summer, and then I'll replace the sail for the start of next year. Yeah, you know, it's crappy, but it is what it is. And I guess I put the tape on, and that'll have to do for now. There's no so, yeah, you know, before I go on with my plans for the day, I'm gonna say there's been, you know, this process of living on the boat, sailing the boat, learning to sail the boat. Dodo. Everything. Yeah, it's not easy. I've made a lot of mistakes. A lot is a big word. I've made mistakes. And I'm okay with that. But it's tiring, you know? It's tiring and it's frustrating. You know, a couple times now I've had a good sail, a good day, and then at the end, something that I do, it doesn't ruin the day, but, you know, costly or something. And I can't blame the boat. Now, like the sail, I don't know. I think I'll take 100% responsibility for it, as I always do when something like this. I'm not going to blame anyone else or anything. The sail's old. So maybe how I rigged up the reefing lines was okay. But the sail's old as well. I don't know how old. I think like 10 years, maybe even older. So Yeah, when what I would say to myself in this vlog, this is my journal that you are watching. What I'd say to myself is remember that, like in the past, you trained in martial arts and you saw and observed people being injured. And the people who were being injured were the people who were giving it their all. They were challenging themselves. They were showing up every day to train. They weren't just doing the easy training, they were doing the hard training. And, they were the ones that were also getting the injuries. Whatever, broken toe or dislocated something, right? Bruises. And this is life, right? That if I had the boat, or I could even backstep, if I only dreamed of having a boat, then I'm 100% safe. I can read books, I can watch movies, YouTube videos of other people doing it. 100% safe. Nothing will go wrong. I step a little bit more into the risk level and buy a boat, and I could just sit at the marina and do minor maintenance from time to time, and just have a nice quiet, just feel the boat floating around or whatever, the marina. Take it a little step further and I can take the boat and leave the marina and sail around the little bay or wherever it's located. And, on calm days. And then maybe I need to start replacing some of the working lines and the rigging a little bit more often because I'm using them. Well, in this instance, I'm traveling a great distance and in areas that I'm unfamiliar with, and a boat that's new to me, and a new skill. And so, of course, there's going to be things, more wear. More wear on my body, more wear on the boat, more mistakes being made. So don't be discouraged. It's fine. You can change your mind and you can park the boat at a marina and take it easy. But you know yourself. You want a little adventure, and with that adventure is going to be some sacrifice as well. And that's the cost of the reward that comes with it. So, yeah, self. Remember that how you're feeling right now, worn out and tired and like close to packing it in, questioning, is it worth it? It's like so much time, effort, money into this venture. But yeah, of course, if you're going to do these things and get the full experience that you're after, there's going to be some cost. So just work at it and you're learning. And in the future, the things that you do will be similar. Uh, Appreciate the fact that you're still capable of doing these things. And despite getting older, you can look for things that you're capable of doing, continue to push yourself, and yeah, make the most out of your life. Only know that by doing that, it's also going to have its challenges along the way. And that's okay. So, what I have just said to myself, this journal to myself, all my YouTube videos generally are journals to myself, which I share with everybody. It's interesting. It's been some time since I finished this journey. It's been a couple months, and now I'm in the editing stage, and it makes me feel good that I have taken the time to record these thoughts because the trip gets more difficult. It gets a lot more difficult. And even now, months after, it's still difficult as a result of things that happened during the trip. So, yeah, I just thought I'd add that to this video because, in this moment while I'm editing, it's you know, there's truth to what I said. So hopefully this advice also helps other people. So anyway, so today, like I said, I am in Hilton Beach Marina. Fantastic marina. You know, like they've got an office with Wi-Fi, bathrooms, showers. Then they have another boater's lounge with coffee, bathroom, showers, library, laundry. And the people are really nice too. You know, like when I arrived, I had to fix the sail, and somebody lent me their like handy stitcher, sailrite kind of sewing awl, you know, and gave me a can of fish. I don't know why, but also a can of fish. Here's my sewing awl and a can of fish. You know, then the next day I took the mainsail off and I'm walking, and there was another sailor. I've got the sail over my shoulder, heading to the boater's lounge. And there's another guy who I met the day before, and so he said hi. He asked me if I needed a drive. There's a little bit of provisioning here, but not a great deal. And he was heading to Sault Ste. Marie, driving in, asked me if I wanted to go, if I needed a drive, which on its own is really nice. I didn't, and I had a day of things to do. But I asked him about the laundry, and because I was going to be sitting fixing the sail, I thought I'd use the time and do some laundry as well. I asked, where can I get some change for the machine? And he didn't know. He said there's no bank. Then he said he has some change, and I said, but I don't have any bills. And I said, I'll check with the manager here, maybe they can give me some. Anyway, I bring the sail over, I drop it into it, and realize I don't have all of my things to do laundry. So I come back to the boat, gather up the last few things, go back, and there, beside the sail, is a little like Tide Pod laundry detergent thing, a fabric softener sheet, and $8 in loonies sitting there next to my sail. No message or anything. And I thought, this is the guy. I think his name's Ben. I'll call him Ben. Ben just goes and leaves me the stuff on the table. I haven't seen him again, so I don't know. If you're watching, Ben, thank you. So nice. Everyone's so nice. Very fantastic. And this is a thing about the sailing community. Everywhere I go, everybody's really nice. You know, it's kind of like we're in it together, you know? Anyway, so I keep rambling. I'm going to try to get out of here at 9 o'clock. I'll just finish up my coffee and be on the way. Right now, yeah, conditions are calm. It was windy yesterday, and so the wave height might still be a little intense out there, but it should be dying down. And I checked earlier, the report is that the waves are going to be less than half a meter. So, that's good. And here we go. Onward to Thessalon. So I've decided I'm just going to motor out for a while. It's quite calm at the moment. As you can probably see, I'm at the bow of the boat. The boat is moving in a completely straight line at 5 knots. It's quite calm, not much wave, not much wind. So I'm gonna motor out for, you know, get out of this bay, and maybe there'll be a little bit more wind as I make way. We'll see, it might be a motoring day, but I'm hoping I can put up the sail closer to the islands, or as I get out of this bay and around the point. No idea. Can't control the wind. Okay, we are sailing, and I think I could probably turn that engine off. All right, and again, we are sailing, and as usual, navionics is not working. According to navionics, we are traveling at 0.0 knots and heading in the opposite direction, or we're heading that way. So anyway, I don't know what speed we're going, but I know the direction because I see the islands, I see the land. I will just sail by sight for now, and in a moment I will play with it and try to get it going back on course. Thank you, navionics. You know, I might need to invest in a better chart plotter. So anyway, it's nice. I'm sailing with the wind, so I don't have the sail all the way out right now. My guess is that I am probably moving at 3.5 or 4 knots. Always difficult for me to tell. New sailor, but also difficult because sailing with the wind, you don't hear the wind, and moving basically the same pace as the waves. And so I can see the shore and see that I'm moving. It looks like I'm moving at a decent pace. Might even be moving at 5 knots. No idea, according to navionics. But yeah, I probably will let the sail out a little more. I want to really be careful with the sail after doing those repairs yesterday. But I think in this light wind, I don't have a problem. And by the way, yeah, I put on my sailing hat. It's bright. Looks cloudy, but when the sun's shining, it's bright. It's warm. Might have to take off the sweater. Put on a pair of shorts. Flip-flops. The North Channel. Well, the day's going pretty good. Still sailing, still got a ways to go. Not going as fast as I would like to be going, but it's okay. It's a good, gentle sail. Still getting used to the boat, still learning, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm getting close to Thessalon now, and yeah, there's another sailboat just behind me. I doubt you can see, somewhere back there, probably half a mile away. Yeah, I'm getting close. I'll be arriving in Thessalon in about 50 minutes. I can see the point ahead. When I get closer to the point, I'll turn head to wind, start lowering the sails, and then I'll motor in. I've been warned there might not be anyone at the marina, at the dock, to give me a hand, and that's okay. I'll just take my time. I think because of the wind direction, it should be pretty protected. I do need to just pay attention with the navigation, obviously, after the other day. But there's like an island just in front of the marina, and so yeah, I just want to make sure. Never been there, want to pay attention as I go in. Definitely don't want any trouble again. Okay, so I've made it. I am in Thessalon, and I'm just gonna go into the office, arrange a slip for a couple days. Got some weather coming in later tonight and tomorrow. So yeah, make myself comfortable for a couple days, do a little bit of work, maybe on the boat, some editing, have a look around town.